I just held the bucket behind it and it just slid straight in. Job done. How easy was that? I didn't think rats were vicious.
Oh my God! At least one of them flew in the rhino and hit me on the chest. And I've got my eye on the patient down south as well, and I couldn't stop and had this seagull in the passenger seat, and the whole thing was just really weird for me, so I just kept driving. South end, go. Yeah.
In the tower, Azza spots a pair of swimmers in trouble.
Yeah, go to the south end. They've just had a call from some of the icebergs.
Surface helping someone on the board. We just had a call from the bergs. These two blokes have just a bit out of their depth, I think. One of them's just started screaming for a surfer to help him, so boys have just gone down to get him.
So I jumped in the rhino and I knew I didn't have a lot of time. This guy was in a really bad way and I had a fair bit of ground to cover, so I hit the gas and floored the rhino. Jethro noticed me in my haste and joined in as well.
I just thought, I'll go with him, and the call came through, yeah, Jeff, back him up. And it was pedal to the metal, like we were going.
I pretty much had the rhino going flat stick as fast as it could go, and on the way down I encountered a flock of seagulls and I couldn't really brake or anything.
Singlets has gone straight through the guts of a flock of seagulls.
At least one of them flew in the rhino and hit me on the chest. And I've got my eye on the patient down south as well, and I couldn't stop and had this seagull in the passenger seat, and the whole thing was just really weird for me, so I just kept driving. I got down to the patient and unloaded the board, and the seagull had fallen out of the seat, so I don't know where it had gone at that stage, but like I said, my priority was this patient because he was going under.
I think one of them's almost got washed in, but one's still clinging to the surfer's board, like he's going to die.
Jethro reaches the first man.
There you are. Jethro's been brushed.
Good,
Singlets heads for the second man, who has been saved by a surfer.
He was kind of really relieved to see me, a Colombian guy, really out of breath and looked like he was probably on his last couple of strokes.
All good. Folson's got his blade and Jethro's just got wet.
With both men safe, Singlets turns his attention back to the seagull.
When we got out, Singo said to me, mate, I killed a seagull. And it was like he murdered a human. He was so rattled.
Yeah, it's pretty out of shape, isn't it?
He said, Jeff, mate, he was in the passenger seat. I hit it and it was in the passenger seat, and he looked like he was about to cry, mate.
I feel bad, but there was not really much I could do. I was just like, oh no, this can't be real, you know? Especially, you know, we spend so much time on the beach with these seagulls, they're like our buddies, you know?
We thought we better pay all due respect, you know? It was just sitting on the sand and we sort of cut its life a little bit short. We thought, you know what, we'll do the good thing and we'll bury it. And we'll give it a little ceremony and a couple of words and send him off.
Yeah, I think the seagull's gone to a better place, and yeah, definitely sort of buried him on the beach. Where else would he want to be?
Quickly, get nerd. Get nerd. They could be on your arm. It's full. It's been sucking you on, Chappo. Take your shoes off. Must be.
Just when lifeguards get a chance to relax, an emergency in the tower.
If that was on me, I'll be bumming, mate. Take me.
Blood-sucking leeches are not local to Bondi. No one knows where it has come from. Chapo is the prime suspect. He's just come back from a trip to the bush.
Quickly, get nerd. Get nerd. They could be on your arm. It's full. It's been sucking you on, Chappo. Take your shoes off. Must be. This is Chapo's leech. It's going to be our new pet. Called Chips. Chips the leech.
Get rid of it, mate. Yeah, just keep looking at it.
The side of Bob's toe has lifeguards rattled. This is unlike anything they've ever seen. Lifeguards attend what at first appears to be a simple stubbed toe.
We'll just drive you straight to the tower.
Bob is on a working holiday from Scotland. He arrived in Australia just a week ago.
Playing soccer and just accidental clashed feet with somebody else.
Okay, what kind of pain are you in out of 10?
Oh, it's not so.
It's not so
I
at
feel
all.
it. It's like a...
I don't really want want to touch it, okay?
Lifeguards deal with hundreds of different injuries, but this is unlike anything they've ever seen.
It's a doozy, all right? It'd kick your toe that badly that the bones actually come through.
The way down?
Yeah. So that's why we need you to go to hospital, mate.
So it's gone quite a fair bit down, hasn't it? Feeling woozy at all?
Nah.
Lifeguards are amazed by the Scottish Braveheart.
Just remember going to barbecue right now.
It's all right, mate.
Okay.
The volleyball's at the question.
In case the pain does kick in, lifeguards give Bob the green whistle.
Suck in it.
You're a tough man. If I looked at that, I'd cry if it was me.
No,
I kind of cried when it was you. Imagine it was me.
I'm going to have trials for Sydney FC because I've seen the quality of the football that obviously not now.
The side of Bob's toe has lifeguards rattled.
No. I've had broken legs, everything like that, you know? Heavy gashes. Death. That toe. Death. Heavy, mate.
Meanwhile, Maxi takes the opportunity to learn a new language.
Teach me some of the accent. Maybe I could pull it off.
How are you doing, darling? Is it tonight?
Huh?
So how are you doing, darling? What are you doing tonight?
What are you doing that? What are you doing tonight?
Aye.
Does that sound right?
Nah, it's not a bit. Makes me tired.
Bob's dream to play for Sydney FC is on hold. He'll require surgery to repair his fractured toe.
Say, Bob. Hey.
Not experienced in the art of shark rescues, Maxi and Troy attempt a technique normally reserved for unconscious swimmers. Lifeguards have spotted something caught in the nets.
You're jumping off first.
No, that won't be happening.
The suspected shark needs to be removed, dead or alive. Quiggers and Bacon draw the short straw.
What is it?
It's a grey nurse shark, tragically a protected species. Generally considered harmless, their teeth are still razor sharp. Gases in the shark's decomposing body make it float to the surface. As Bacon clowns around, the shark launches a surprise attack.
Bacon's just something just silly. I don't think he realises he was trying to kiss it. Not smart. That karma stuff can come back and bite you.
Shark face to face with the shark and he breathed on me and never felt more crook. It was disgusting. It was the most disgusting, hideous smell you ever smelled in your life.
2 days later, anxious swimmers report an unwelcome visitor.
There's a shark in the rip, north of the middle set of flags.
You can't leave the thing there. People are going to freak when they see it. Like, you can't leave it there.
Keen to impress, trainee Maxi volunteers for the job.
Everyone's happy with that scenario. So he's going to go in and get the shark and we're all going to stand and watch.
You jump down, I'll sit up and wait for you. This is a good utensil, grab it. Yeah. We'll see how we go. But I'm excited, that's all. I'm excited, something different.
Maxi eventually discovers the lurking troublemaker.
It's got to come out of the water. It's dead. It's, you know, we don't want to attract more sharks and we don't want to scare people. So we'll get it out of the water as the first step.
Not experienced in the art of shark rescues, Maxi and Troy attempt a technique normally reserved for unconscious swimmers.
With an unconscious person, you roll the board over and flip their arm and use the board to pull their momentum to pull them back onto the board. But I don't think that'll work with a dead shark. They seem to be trying though. They got it on. He had a big rope as he was getting ready to go in the water and he was doing some fancy knots with it. I said, mate, just go in and pull everything out.
Troy and Maxi resort to a two-man drag technique.
Mate, not every day at Bondi we pull a shark out of the water.
Now, swimmers are suddenly very brave.
Move my hands in his jaw. Yes, there, kind of watched Jaws, so that didn't help.
The only thing under attack right now are beachgoers' nostrils.
Yeah, Dean, take it up the beach, get the boys on the shovels, and that's it, mate, I reckon. Give it a burial.
Grave digging isn't in the lifeguard manual.
Trying to put that shark in a plastic bag and take it up to a bin would be a horrible, horrible thing to do. Say a couple of words, Maxi.
I don't know, I'm not really good with words, mate, but...
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, mate. He's had a good life, by the sounds of it. Let's just call him Frank. See you, Frank, mate. Nice knowing you.
They're going to get slow. They're going to hit the reef.
The rescued surfer could now be in much bigger trouble.
We got a board rider off the back of the pool. He's waving his arms over.
Yeah, they'll be going to pick him up for sure.
Okay, copy, mate.
A heavy swell pushes into the exposed beach.
The Norix swell just sort of angles in and it bounces straight back out that rip, and it's so strong.
An inexperienced surfer has been swept half a kilometre out to sea. As the tide drops, it exposes Bronte's dangerous reef. Bacon heads out. He's quickly followed by volunteer lifesavers.
Mate, the clubbies here just launched their IRB. I don't know if they're going for the same thing. Yeah, looking at them now, it looks like they're going over. We should be okay then. Your fairway out, how do you get out that far? We've got a race going on between Ronnie IRB and Bacon.
I'll put my money on Bacon.
It's man versus machine to get to the surfer.
Yeah, I think Bacon's won the race. Thanks for that anyway, Bondi. We won't need the jet ski.
The surfer is transferred to the IRB for the trip to shore.
Oh, legend.
Bacon charts a safe course back away from the reef. But the rescued surfer is being taken on a far more dangerous path.
Oh, they're going to get slow. They're going to hit the reef.
The rescued surfer could now be in much bigger trouble.
He's just behind the boat. Yeah, no, they're there.
Luckily, the only casualty is the boat captain's pride.
I was having lunch in the back room and I heard people roaring.
It wasn't the ride Brazilian surfer Jose was expecting.
Did you hit any rocks?
No. My board new.
I was lucky, man. Lucky twice. I caught a wave out the back and by the time I turned back around there was people scattered across the rocks. Pretty bumpy coming in, but all good now.
There's absolutely no way through there. It's just rocks. Then it goes into the bogey hole. So they were gone from the start. Never seen that in 34 years of life living here. I haven't seen that done before, so it was pretty impressive.
It's the first time I rolled the thing in 5 years.
Oh man, it was a good day to do it.
It's a great day to do it. Obviously, a lot of people around the coastal walk have seen it because the fire brigade, ambulance have all been called. But now it's all over. Everything's okay now.
All over, except for an uncomfortable march past Harry's.
There's the captain who signed off. He's going down with the ship.
I was serving customers in my restaurant just up the road, and then I heard people screaming, and I kind of looked out the front, and then just zoom across the road, the car.
We're all trapped inside the tower. Max Ashford was searching the internet. Bacon was working out where he was going to get his next training session, and Harrison was watching the water.
Looked up the beach and I see this strange object.
Is that a car on the beach?
We were just like, what are you talking about?
What is that?
Harrison's saying there's a car on the beach. It's like saying there's a bear in a cinema.
There's a car on the beach.
Oh my God. It kind of took us a few seconds to get it through our heads.
We just couldn't work out what was going on.
How did the car get down there?
My initial thoughts within the first second were young guys have gotten drunk and taken a car. One of their favourite jokes is they roll car tyres down the hill.
They've gone through the barricade, down the hill. No way.
So I thought they must have gone one better and rolled down the car.
On the way down, we're kind of joking, you know. We're thinking maybe some kids from the skate park pushed it down, or it was down there for a photo shoot that we didn't know about.
One of the lifeguards that's Ronnie and Tammer.
You wouldn't believe what's just happened down here. A car has driven
off the promenade on the sand.
Are you joking?
I'm getting close and I see someone sitting in the car, and just like that, I knew, you know, this is very serious.
When I seen that there was someone in the car, I was definitely expecting that he'd be over the steering wheel, knocked out or dead. That's all right, your teeth are down there. Hold on one sec, just hold on. You got a heart condition? You got a pain and you're shooting down your arms? How you feel in the back of your head? Did you hit your head or anything? The guy had lost his teeth, but there wasn't any obvious signs of external injuries. We'll collar him up from behind. Where's that? Just get the defib down here just in case too. Collar him. You're all right, it's all right, it's all right. Just stay in the car, it's all right. You in pain?
Bondi Central to the boys down south. Just an update of the situation.
An elderly gentleman, he's lost control of his car. He's come from the top of the hill there. And can we also get a defib and the spinal board?
Yeah, copy. We'll get it ready for you guys.
I definitely thought that he had some sort of heart attack or something like that. We're not going to get you out of the car yet. Just stay in the car, yeah.
Right, buddy.
That's it. Just try and relax. You had your seatbelt on? Just try. You can feel your legs? Yeah. Yeah, just keep them still. Keep those legs still.
Just don't move, buddy.
Just keep just a bit of it, just a bit of oxygen, because he'd be in a little bit of shock. I actually asked him what had happened. He said he completely blanked out on the road, and when he blanked out, he must have stomped on his accelerator. What would the pain be out of 10? 10 being the worst.
Paramedics are going to come.
It can be worse. It can be death by now.
Yeah. You're all right, just nice and slow, just breathe nice and slow.
For it to end up where it is, it's like 30 metres on the sand. He must have been going like 80 down that hill.
That is insane.
16 years, mate, I've never seen anything like it. I can imagine the carnage he would have done if it was a busy day.
He went through the shop fronts as well at the top on Campbell Parade, cleaned up the outdoor furniture.
Are you kidding me?
No way.
Just let me listen to your chest. Breathe in.
This is like horrific. He's actually gone through the whole front of the cafes on Campbell Parade and then come straight onto the beach. We're extremely lucky that it wasn't yesterday. This would have been a catastrophic event. The poor guy. You know, he's an elderly man. He's got a disability sticker on his car there. This is the last thing the poor guy needs.
At the moment, we want to get you inside so we can do a proper assessment of you, okay? Alrighty.
I was serving customers in my restaurant just up the road, and then I heard people screaming, and I kind of looked out the front, and I was looking, and then I saw more people running, and then I saw this big black figure, all my furniture all spread across the road, and then just zoom across the road, the car. People were like screaming and running for their lives, and everyone was pointing down at the beach. So I just ran down and I met him in the car, and he was trying to call someone. He had his teeth on the ground. I was just like, no, mate, stay in the car, relax. You know, who are you trying to call? I'll help you.
The gentleman was coming down Lamrock Avenue. He lost control, taking out the cafe, the bus stop, crossed Campbell Parade and sped down the grass hill. The poor guy, he's accelerated from the road and he's basically come straight off this spot. So he would have had to have been doing 80k to end up where he is on the sand.
Thank you.
I was mind blown at what happened. You know, I couldn't believe that no one's died here. I mean, the carnage that's happened up Campbell Parade, I mean, that's when it kind of hit home that, you know, this could have been a lot worse.
We handed the gentleman over to the paramedics. He's gone into hospital and he was checked out a couple of hours after. He was fine, there was nothing wrong with him.
I never imagined I'd see a car down on the beach as a lifeguard here at Bondi.
We have a UFO in the morning and a flying car in the afternoon. After 20 years of being here, I'm expecting the unexpected always. You see it all the time. Every rainy day, something big goes down.
I just held the bucket behind it and just slid straight in. Job done. How easy was that? We've just got a phone call and yeah, there's a rat up in the bowl, so might throw on some gloves and do a bit of a Steve Irwin up there.
A rat in the skater bowl? No, that's not in the manual.
It's a pretty big scene up here. There's people everywhere, so we're going to come up and if it's not too vicious, we'll try and catch it, throw on a pair of gloves and do our dirty work.
I can't believe the cops are here dealing with it.
Yeah, it's a bit different, saving a rat than a human. It's most probably going to be harder. When I get to the skate bowl, the coppers are doing nothing. So I was kind of like, it's a rat. Like, I'll do it. Like, who cares?
Drop in, Jess.
Why did I drop into the bowl with no shoes on? That's just plain old Jesse just doing things before he thinks.
I wasn't going to touch it. I was going near it.
I just held the bucket behind it and just slid straight in. Job done. How easy was that? As soon as I looked at it, it was just eye contact and it's just like, bang, let's go. And I was kind of like, whoa. I didn't think rats were vicious.
Oh my God!
That was so funny.
What's the dance, man? I'll go myself.
Definitely, I knew it wasn't my jacket. As if I'd use my jacket to put on a rat.
Fully jumped on my face.
So funny. You had it in a bucket and it jumped and you hit it again and it was like...
It's not even my jacket, I just put it on, so...
It's probably mine. No name. Oh, hang on. Chris Chapman.
It's Chapman. The Lifeguards Operations Manual is a very important book, but I definitely don't think there's anything about catching rats out of a bowl at the skate park. Rat rescue. I need to wash your jacket, chap.
Not happy, Jan?
No, not happy. Hate rats.